Hi, this is Haste Kitchen, and over the next 6 episodes, I've teamed up with Rennie to look at the real science behind food. And what this means is I'm going to be filming recipes from Middle Eastern cuisine right the way through to London street food, and looking at all the things that actually happen with the science of our food when we start heating them up or mixing elements together. So we've got Sally here.
Yeah, and I'm going to talk about some sciencey facts about cooking and about the ingredients that we're using. And with that little bit of extra sciencey knowledge and information, it'll give you tips and tricks as to how to make your cooking better.
So as part of the series, we're going to be making today a super spicy but really fragrant chicken tikka masala.
So we're looking at the science of the cooking and the curry and what we can learn from science to help you make a better curry.
This is our chicken tikka masala. So with this type of recipe, it's all about getting the flavour into the chicken as strong as possible. So optimum time for this is something like 24 hours, so overnight. We haven't got time for that today, so we're going to do this really, really quickly and get this done in about 20 minutes. So first up, Sally, if you can get on with a white onion for me. Right, so it's up to you what sort of chicken you want to use for this. I'm using 3 chicken breasts here, and that should do enough for about a family of 4.
So roughly chop 1 onion, drizzle a bit of olive oil in a pan, get it up to heat, and then bung the onions in to get them to soften.
This is your domain now.
My domain, okay.
We want to heat the onions. We don't want to overheat them.
Yeah.
We don't want to have too much colour to them. We just want to go nice golden brown.
Okay, so you want to sweat them, not caramelise them.
Exactly. Over here, we have got a whole mixture of spices. Good drizzle of olive oil straight over the top. Now, most people add this to the pan at the same time. The best thing you do is put it into a bowl, put all the spices in there, make sure that it mixes up all the ingredients at the same time, thus flavouring all the chicken. Now, Sally.
Yes.
I've heard that Indian food, or spicy food should I say, rather than just Indian food,
yeah,
is one of the key triggers for indigestion.
Yeah, I mean, curry is notorious for giving people indigestion. Well, I mean, it's packed full of chili, which is an irritant, so that's not nice on the stomach. It's often high in fat, it's got dairy in it, people often eat a very large amount in one go, and all of these are really tough on the stomach.
So there's all sorts of triggers there across one meal rather than just 1 or 2.
Yeah, it's got them all in one, and then when your stomach's a little bit unhappy, it tends to produce more acid to compensate.
Okay.
And it's that increase in acidity in your stomach that causes indigestion and heartburn.
Caramelise the onions, looking perfect over there. So we're going to introduce our meat. So we'll lower the heat on that, and then important with things like chicken is to leave it to slightly render, then it won't stick. Releases fat, blazes the plan. Gives you that lovely sort of caramelisation in the bottom of the pan.
So what you're calling caramelisation is actually the Maillard reaction.
Right.
It happens at a slightly lower temperature to caramelisation, and it's what happens when you've got the protein reacting with the natural sugars, and it's such a complicated reaction. It produces so many different flavour compounds, and it gives it the brown colour as well, and every different type of thing that you cook, so baking bread, that has a Maillard reaction, produces its own flavour compounds. Chicken has its own. Roasting coffee, it's what gives it that dark colour.
So that's got a little bit of chilli in there. I like a little bit more heat in there. So I've gone with half a red chilli, really finely sliced. Right, so we've got heat in there. We've got the sweetness from the onion. We want to put a little bit of flavour through this. So we're going to go on with some coriander stalks, which is one of the most flavoursome part of the actual herb itself. So we're going to go in there with a good handful of our coriander stalks.
There are quite a lot of people that hate coriander. They say it tastes soapy, it's disgusting, and about 10% of that preference is genetic.
Actually, you know what, I've had this discussion on this channel numerous times with numerous guests that come on, and that genetic is what makes it taste of soap.
Yeah, right? So some of it is genetic, right, but an awful large part of it is also cultural. So here in Europe, about 17% of people cannot stand coriander. In South Asia, where they make things like curries cooked with coriander a lot, only about 3% of people hate coriander.
Did not know that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a coriander lover, not a hater. Right, we've got loads of colour to that chicken now, and that pan's really glazed. We want to try and get some of that flavour back off the bottom of the pan and back into the sauce itself. So 1.5 teaspoons of tomato paste, and then we're going to go with a splash of chicken stock. Now, as that's coming back up to heat again, we're going to go in with 1 tin of chopped tomatoes and a good splash, full fat coconut milk. Now with that, you're just going to add a little bit at a time and then reintroduce again. While that's cooking off, we're just going to get on with some rice. So to serve this one up, I'm gonna get some rice on. That sauce is rendered down by about a half. You can see how thick and glistening that's gone now. Good portion into your bowl. And it smells insanely good in here. Now, I thought this was gonna be really hot, so I have toned it down with a little bit more coconut milk. Just because Sally doesn't
For me,
like hot food.
yeah. Yay!
Whoop whoop for the upside down rice. And there we go, with our curry. Now to finish this off, a little bit of green garnish. And then finally, just over the top, our cooling element, our yogurt. And there we go, that is our
Chicken tikka masala.
and it's got a bit of a kick, but not too much. I did weaken it down slightly because Sally's
Just
got a bit
for me.
of a weak palate, you see.
Yeah. Less sophisticated palate, but let's give it a go. The yogurt should scientifically cool it down a bit.
It's not too hot, is it?
Not too hot.
No.
No. Oh, bit of an
A
aftercook.
little bit of afterkick, but not too much.
Not too
Yogurt
much.
should counterbalance that. There we go. Such a simple but flavoursome dish, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely packed full of flavour. That is our.
Chicken tikka masala.
If you do recreate this one, which hopefully you do, hashtag me as Haste Kitchen. As always, I love to see you recreate any of these recipes. Also, if you want to know about Rennie, click in the description box down below, which takes you straight through to their website, and we shall see you next week. Cheers then, bye-bye.
Bye.